All right, let's talk about something that is just so incredibly frustrating. It's this paradox that a lot of really smart people live with every single day. And today, we are going to get to the bottom of it.
I mean, does this sound like you? You can solve a ridiculously complex problem at work, you can absorb a ton of new information like a sponge, but that one tiny, easy task on your to-do list, it feels like climbing a mountain. What is going on there? And this right here just lays it all out, doesn't it? Look at the left column. Deep focus, complex learning, real challenges. Now look at the right. Simple, mundane stuff. For so many of us, it's that column on the right that causes all the anxiety. But listen, this isn't about your ability. It's about how your brain is wired.
So, first things first, let's get one thing straight. This has nothing to do with being lazy. In fact, it's pretty much the opposite. Your brain is actually running a super sophisticated strategy, and the moment you understand it, you can start working with your brain instead of fighting against it. Okay, so the first big idea here is something called selective organization. I want you to think of your brain like a top-tier CEO. It knows it only has so much energy in a day, and it is going to invest that precious energy where it gets the biggest payoff, on the challenging, meaningful, complex work. Everything else? To the CEO brain, it's just noise.
And this is what it actually looks like in real life, right? Your digital world, where all the heavy thinking happens, is probably pristine. Your work systems are flawless. But the physical world around you? Total disaster zone. That messy desk isn't a sign of chaos. It's proof that your mind is focused on what it thinks really matters. So here's the bottom line on this part. Your brain is actively protecting its most valuable resource, your ability to focus and solve problems. It's literally decided that tidying up or mailing a letter just isn't worth the mental price of admission.
Now let's peel back another layer of this onion: brain chemistry. A lot of high-achieving people are basically what you could call dopamine hunters. Your brain just craves that little chemical reward, that hit of dopamine it gets from learning something new, having a breakthrough, or cracking a really tough problem. You're basically hardwired to hunt for challenges. And that's the issue, right? Tasks like washing the dishes or doing your taxes, they offer zero dopamine. There's no novelty, no discovery, no reward. So your brain doesn't just dislike these tasks, it sees them as a real threat and will do anything to avoid that feeling of absolute soul-crushing boredom.
Okay, so we've got an efficient brain that's also a dopamine addict. Makes sense. But there's another piece of this puzzle. It's not just that easy tasks are boring, it's that for some of us, these tasks aren't actually easy at all. This is because of a trait called hyperconnectivity. See, for most people, mail a letter is just one thing to do. But for a hyperconnected mind, it's not one thing, it's a whole web. You immediately think, where are the stamps? Do I even have an envelope? When does the post office close? What if it gets lost in the mail? What happens if it's late? All of a sudden, this one simple task has exploded into a massive, complicated project. And we need to reframe this because it's not just overthinking. It's actually a high-level cognitive skill called cognitive reflection. It's your brain's natural instinct to search for deeper patterns and meaning in everything. The only problem is you're applying this powerful tool to a simple chore where, well, there is no deeper meaning to find. And finally, we have to talk about the crushing weight of perfectionism. When you hold yourself to such a high standard in your work, that pressure can spill over into everything. Suddenly, folding the laundry isn't just folding laundry, it's a test. And if you can't even do this simple thing perfectly, what does that say about you? That mental weight is so heavy, you're exhausted before you've even started. So now we get it. We've decoded the why. Your brain is efficient, it's a dopamine hunter, it's hyper-connected, and it's probably a perfectionist. So, what on earth do you do about it? Let's get into the toolkit because there are real strategies for this. And this is the most important part. Trying to just muscle through it or get more motivated is a losing game. You can't win a fight against your own brain wiring. The solution isn't more willpower, it's a smarter system. Here are two super powerful but simple tools. First, Kaizen. It's all about making tiny 1% improvements. So don't think about cleaning the whole kitchen. Just think, I will put one dish in the dishwasher. That's it. The bar is so low you can't fail. Second, create what's called an implementation intention. It's just a simple if-then plan. For example, if I finish my morning coffee, then I will immediately wash the mug. It takes the decision-making and the emotion out of it and just turns it into an automatic habit. And that really brings us to the most important takeaway from all of this. Please hear this. You are not broken. You're not lazy. You're not incompetent. Your mind is built for deep, complex thinking. You just need a different system to handle the simple, surface-level parts of life.
So really, the question isn't about how to fix yourself. It's about how to understand your own unique brain and build systems that support it. Because once you do that, you stop wasting all that energy fighting yourself, and you can focus on what you're truly brilliant at. So, how are you going to turn these quirks into your greatest superpower?